Hello, PTG fans. I am Hyper G. You'll remember the voice, of course, but I'm not with Lucky Sixes tonight because I have found a wandering Skabfatt instead. Hello, Skabfatt.
Hello. How you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. It is great to have you on the channel, and we are doing a Warhall battle, aren't we?
We are.
I am playing Saurian Ancients, which is where I've spent most of my time reading 3.0 at the moment, so sticking with them for the time being. You're playing the good old Orcs and Goblins and
Oh, yes.
Gnashers. Orcs and
Good old
Goblins and Gnashers.
Gnashergeddon.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, we've got Warhall, so thanks to Hugo, etc., for Warhall generally. Eagerly awaiting the 3.0 updates when they come. Yeah, we'll just see how we go. We've already deployed as best we can be bothered to think about. So I chose this side. You dropped a unit of goblins in the field in the middle, didn't you? Then I dropped everything to try and get a +2 to the roll. And then you obviously had to drop afterwards. Go down your line if you wouldn't mind then. Starting on your
Sure.
right.
On my right.
left as I'm looking at it.
Yep, so we've got one of two Scrotling scrap wagons. I could not make them work in version 2, so
Sure.
we'll see if a new edition is just what I needed. 2 units of 30 Gnashers. I feel a bit weird not having them 8 wide, but that's not a thing anymore.
No, line formation's gone.
Yeah, so it itches my brain to think that I need these Gnashers to have steadfast. So yeah, it's five ranks deep. I've got one of two units of Gnasher Dashers. They're 10 strong. I've got a GGI sandwiched between the two Gnasher blobs.
Yep.
To hand out that beautiful combat buff. I've got King Skittergit himself. So Skabfatt's on. Skabfatt's reading the rule book, so he sent his second in command, Skittergit, for this battle. So he's a demagogue on a Gargantula with some stuff. I'll double check that in a sec.
No, don't worry about that. We'll find out when it matters.
Yeah, I've got a unit of wolf, like normal cav, beastie goblin cav in the back, and that's got my Thaumaturgy Master Witch Doctor in it. Obviously, has to be Master to take Wrath of God, and that's the only reason I take him. A blob of 46, count them, 46 goblins with poison spears.
Yeah.
And the Goga Cauldron to make them like fearless and unstable.
Nice.
2 Wrecker teams. There's a second Gnasher Dasher, and then 2 units of creepy crawly Goblin Reavers.
Yes. So from my left, I've got a unit of Kaiman Warriors. 4 of them. They've got Tooth and Claw with Standard and Musician, and they are rocking the Rending Banner, which is back and available for Saurian Ancients, which is amazing. Then I'm taking 2 Spearbacks, which is the same price as Salamanders now, so I'm really interested to see what they can do. Behind them is a unit of Skink Hunters with magnetic short bows, and they're also a Wizard Conclave with Entwining Roots as part of their setup.
Interesting.
Then I've got a beefy unit of Kaiman Elders, 6 of them, and they are standard. They don't have a musician, which might give you a bit of clue as to their purpose, which won't be all that sideways movement. They have got accompanied by a Kaiman Mentor Combat Legend. So that's the highest upgraded Kaiman character, basically. So yeah, we'll see how much of a legend he can be. If he slays Skittergit, then I'm sure that'll seal his legend. And they're also joined by an Anorak Archmage, who is rocking divination spells, and a Scroll of Power, one-time use. I'll remember what that does when I get to my magic phase. And Vel Mastery, so he's got an extra 2 channels, which is interesting. Yeah, they've got the Koru standard, which basically means they're running around the flag as well, so kind of pretend BSB in that unit in the middle.
Okay.
Behind them is a unit of Pterodon Riders. They've also got magnetic short bows, and they're a Wizard Conclave with 2 Shamanism spells. So I've got a fair bit of magic, considering it's just the Anorak. But yeah. And then moving further on, I've got a unit of Kaiman warriors again, slightly more of them, 5 of them this time. They're joined by a normal Kaiman mentor, which is the lowest version of the Kaiman character. They've got a Wizard Conclave, Awaken the Beast, Musician Standard, and the Obelisk of Collaboration. So if something charges with them, they can re-roll their charge range. Then I've got standard unit of Skink Hunters, pretty much chaff. Then a Titanopod, which I do not own and have to use on Warhall. Pretty much all the Kaimans I don't own, so Warhall gives a great opportunity to use models that you don't have for the tabletop. So we'll see what they do while we can create them digitally. I've also got a unit of Pterodon Riders who ambush via the Titanopod. So see what happens.
They do.
And that's me. But I'll try and roll to go first. So +2 to me. Are you ready, Mr. Scab of the Fat?
Let's do it.
All right. Good luck. A nice juicy 7 from me.
Yeah. Weighted dice right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack on with my turn 1, and we'll probably come back after movement and then do magic, etc., and speak to you in segments like we usually do with these live action reports. So we'll see you shortly. Okay, so Hyper G going first with the Saurian Ancients, a relatively unambitious movement phase. Just moving up, most of it moving within its mobility range, nothing charging obviously at this stage. And ready for some magic spells to be cast. Rolled card number 2 for Field Armies, which is 5 dice apiece. I'm demonstrating it here with the tokens on Warhall. I've got Channel 3 on my Anorak because he's a master and Veil Mastery, so 3 just on him. And then my Pterodons are a Conclave 2 with 2 spells, so they count as getting a channel. So I'm channel 4 overall, which contributes an extra 4 dice to my magic phase, taking me to 9, which is not enough to trigger excess magic, which would have to be more than 10. Or it might be 10 or more, actually, I'm not sure. I can't remember the wording, but either way I'm at 9 and didn't trigger that. I'm storing one of my dice in the Anorak for the next turn, which leaves me with 8 dice against your 5. So what I'm going to do, it's not called Unerring Strike anymore. I'm going to start off with Inescapable Doom, which is the Divination. I'm using Divination, Inescapable Doom. And it's going to target Skittergit.
Yeah, 1 hit, cool. Automatic wound, AP 10. Crazy stuff.
Yeah. But I've got to cast it first, so I'm going to throw 4 dice at it. And I will roll them.
Need a 12.
Need a 12, yeah. It's not cheap. Not cheap to cast. So let's see. Can I do it? Oh, yes, I can. 16 is my total, sir.
So I've got 5 dice to spell.
Very good.
Be gone!
Yes, very good, very good. And the only other spell that I'm going to be worried about is actually one of the ones on the Pterodons, Swarm of Insects, which works similar to how the old Swarm of Insects does. Missile within 36 inches. Target suffers 5d6 hits, AP 0 magical attacks. Hits always wound on a 6-up. And if I should succeed, then you will suffer a -1 to hit with your shooting attacks, which I'm sure bothers you a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah. And what you do with the Conclave is you select one model from the unit at the start of the magic phase. It doesn't have to be the same one, because obviously you don't really have champions anymore. So you can choose whichever model suits your purposes best at the start of your magic phase. So I'll just choose the middle Pterodon, who's got a line of sight through to your wrecking team.
Yep.
And I need a 9, so I'm going to roll all 4 of my dice. Even though
is it still triples for miscast?
Yeah, triples for miscast still. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see if that happens. Here we go. There's no triples. It's better than the last 4 dice I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's safely off on the first one. So I will try my 5d6. If I get a 5d6 like that, I'll be very happy. Oof, better. Wow. Okay. So yeah, they always wound on a 5 now. There's no strength to this. They always wound on a 6.
Oh, 6. Yeah.
On a 6, yeah. So I'll be trying to get, I guess, 3 6s. to kill it.
Yeah, 3 wounds on the wrecker team.
Okay. Oh, lots of sixes.
Lost 6.
Lots of sixes.
Absolutely deleted.
Yeah. Throwing ideas around.
So yeah, panic checks. If you so units that have fled through, that's the same. If you take 25% casualties, which I believe also now counts for like single models if they take
Wounds
quarter of
from
their
their
hit
profile.
points. Yeah.
Mm.
Terror, charged by terror. That's it. Yeah.
Great.
There's no more proximity panic. Boop.
Cool. All right. 1 wrecking team down. And we're going to go over to the Goblins and Gnashers for your turn 1, Dan.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Orcs and Goblins. Dan, your movement is quite aggressive across the board.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, the beautifully aligned battle line has just become a bit of a mosh pit, hasn't it? So, yeah, random movers are going to random move. Interestingly, we found out that that's not like they don't all go before compulsory movement.
No.
So remaining movement. So you can do those in whatever order. But we have one pump wagon that rolled quite spicily. And is now definitely within charge range of some Caimans, which is exactly where a pump wagon wants to be.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of a scramble with the 2 Gnasher blobs and one of the dashers to provide some counter charges. But otherwise, the other pump wagon used the new ramshackle brakes to only go full D6, which brought me more enjoyment than I thought it would. Alongside them, moved up ever so slightly forward, so like ahead of that pump wagon, just in case the big Caiman block wants to get stuck in. Otherwise, kept just out of range of the Titanopod, the 2 cavalry units, the 2 poison units. The Gnasher Dashers teleported forward. They're out of line of sight of the Titanopod. But yeah, sort of like hiding behind the second Gnasher Dasher, the wrecker team, which is torn right up the middle.
Indeed.
And the 3rd cavalry unit with the wizard just did some kind of tap dancing just to wiggle around a bit, just to get out of potential overruns. But yeah, that was it. It was a bit of a frantic rearranging to.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing so much to save the pump wagons. I think. There we are.
Awesome.
So magic.
You rolled card 4, which is 5 dice
6
each.
dice.
Is it
6 dice
each? Yeah, 6 dice each. Yeah. So I've got 6. You've got 6. You channel 2 because you're master, which we realised I forgot in my turn. I was 1 channel down when I should have been. So I only channeled 1 for my Anorak and then 2 for the Bell Mastery. So sure, I'll have an extra channel going forwards, which is great. So you're up to 8 to my 6, which is not a problem for excess magic, and you've decided not to store any.
Nope.
So you're just going ahead and going on with your first spell, I believe.
Yeah, because I say there's only one reason why I took a Thaumaturgy Master. And because there's no like cheeky +1 to cast for masters anymore, the casting value has gone up, Wrath of God is definitively a 5 dice spell.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
It can. So this absolutely cannot go wrong. I'm gonna go right about here.
On the Anorak. Yep. That makes perfect sense.
Top of the Anorak. Yeah. Right about there.
He's actually got a new special rule. It's Wrath of God immunity. Yeah. Anything within 96 inches of him is immune to Wrath of God.
I see.
It's a 3.0 thing. Yeah.
Is it the Rain Anorak's hard hat? Is that
exactly that? Yeah. Cool. So you're going to cast this for 3 dice, right?
Sure. With 2 extra for good luck.
Okay. 15.
How did I not miscast?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, yes.
That's very skillful in a number of ways.
I jumped into the Warhall programming to make sure that I never roll triples.
I mean, I forgot to listen to what you said was a casting value. What is it needing?
It's a 13, and I've got 3 dice left.
Amazing. I have no idea what those 3 dice remaining could possibly be doing. So I'm just going to roll all 6 of mine to
Sure.
try and nullify your fun spell, which is what you did to my fun spell. So there you go. That's gone. That's gone.
Boo.
No fun spells in this game.
Well, okay, so with that in mind, then I've got 3 dice left. What I'm going to do is, because someone who's cleverer than me said that this is what you do.
Oh.
I'm going to cast a bound spell. I'm going to go with. I don't know. It's not going to be useful in the slightest, but I'm going to cast Totemic Summon just so I can kind of get a feel for bound spells, just to see how they work. So that I've got 3 dice. It's a 7+. Because the second die, like the second and third dice, whatever, after the first are D3s instead of D6s when it's bound. So here's my D6.
Nice.
It's a 6.
Good start.
Well,
yes. And that's
so that's another 4. Cool. So that goes off then.
What did Totemic Summon need? Just out of
a 7+.
Okay, so because that's the bound version, which is the magic item in the Orc and Goblin book. Is it Monster Munch?
Correct.
Still?
Yeah, Monster Munch. No.
While you're doing your fancy stuff, I'm just going to say to the viewers that we are playing primary objectives, Spoils of War, and we're not doing a secondary objective because this is still early days for us on 3.0. We will get a bit more adventurous as the time goes on, and this is just the standard. What's it called? Straight at each other. What's the deployment type?
Frontline Clash?
That's the one.
Still called that?
With 6 inches off the edges. I don't know if it's still called that, but yeah. We've got Rogue Kaiman entering the board. He looks... Oh, and he's not a Kaiman, he's a troll.
Cheeky little troll.
It's just the same colour as my Kaimans. Very good.
So I'm going to put him about there, just in case you go for that pump wagon chaff that I've left you.
Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, so he's going to come on there. Why not?
We'll be back for Saurian's turn 2. What on earth am I going to charge? What am I not charging? Yeah. All right. See you in a second. So we had a little chuckle, didn't we, over the whole, the Gnashers hiding behind a hill from one Kaiman unit and not hiding from another unit. Which we had a little talk about it, and we were like, yeah, let's see what happens if we just go for that auto charge into the flank. And that is what you see right there. The Kaiman Elders with their Anarach, that's, a little frog that they're supposed to be guarding. We'll just put that on pause for now and just go rampaging off to fight stuff. So the Elders have charged that with the Kaiman Mentor, the combat legend that he is in the front. Otherwise, I'm not messing around with positioning in this battle. This is all about fighting. Kaiman Mentors going in. Kaiman Warriors of 4 with Tooth and Claw going into the scrap wagon, and they'll accept whatever Gnasher fate befalls them afterwards. Elsewise, we did have another chuckle, really, because the Kaiman Warriors on this side with halberds, they charged into the Gnasher Dashers, which was all fine at that point. And we should say that you've chosen this Ruins as the Goblin Gardens, just because there isn't really a better choice in this battlefield.
Effectively, it's just given me the Strider rule. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, but I rolled 6 6s out of my 9 dangerous terrains on that Kaiman Warriors unit, because you take dangerous terrains equal to the height of the greatest Rancor file, effectively. So that was they're all height 3. So width wise, I was 9 height. So I took 9 DTs.
It's certainly easier to figure out rather than going, which models are actually moving through the terrain. But 2 brushed the side of the ruins, and
both
this
got
happened.
KO'd. Yeah, both got absolutely minced for rolling 6 6s out of 9 dice.
Clearly, that's where I keep all of my pet spiders.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that combat's not looking quite as good as it did when I was charging it initially, but we'll see. Elsewise, in movement, the pterodons on this side have ambushed up near the Titanopod, but moved back until the Reavers are dealt with. The Titanopod is assigned to that task of tempting them in with their poisoned lances, and we'll see what happens there. Everything in my middle, which is the rest of my army, is basically assigned to shooting duty on the wrecking team, thinking that I wouldn't have many opportunities for a swarm of insects with so many combats to buff. But then, as I will now go on to, magic dice-wise, I got the 6 card, and then because of my stored magic dice and channeling 5, which is insane,
Yeah.
I've got a 12 to 6 magic phase. I mean,
honkery there.
Yeah, it seems it. Let's start with, let's go Swarm of Insects. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, Swarm of Insects. It needs a 9. I don't want to mess this up, so I'm going to get 4 dice on this one. So I'm going to Swarm of Insects, 4 dice on your Wrecking Team.
Okay.
This is coming from the Pterodons, so
yep.
They're going to try and do what they did to the other one. They cast with 13. What say you?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. 5d6. Oh!
Oh, God.
Okay.
25 hits.
25 hits.
All ones, as far as the eye can see.
I typed in 35, but that would be T. Right, okay, so I need 3 6s out of 25 dice. I did 6 6s on 9 dice a minute ago. There you go. 4 6s, only just.
Only just. Okay.
Yeah,
Pop.
But, pop. Great.
While the spells seem more expensive and less impactful, I think it's because you could have 12 magic dice.
Well, yes. Yeah. So here you go. We'll do Stars Align on that unit for rerolls to hit. 18. Not bad. I say not bad. It's actually very good.
It's very good. Yeah. Yeah, have it.
Yeah. I mean, Dan and I have already kind of discussed the spell that he probably wants to be dispelling this phase. That is coming up next, which is Augury of Despair. In Divination again, Hex range 24. The target suffers -3 offensive, -3 agility to a minimum of 1, and treats all dangerous terrain features as dangerous terrain. All terrain features are dangerous terrain. So I'll cast that with 4 dice on your Gnashergeddon to see if I can get my Chimal Warriors attacking first.
I swear, if you fail this...
Oh, I did fail it, mate. I mean, I've misfired, technically, but I guess I failed to cast it, so... yeah, cool. Well, because of that calamity, I'm not even going to roll these 3 dice, because I think that would be funny to leave you with 6 dice. Spearbacks, I'll rattle through these. They're not shooting at the target that they thought they were going to be, but that's for a good reason, so can't complain at that. Spearbacks are interesting. Like I say, they're the same cost as salamanders now. They've got 4 shots apiece. They are quick to fire and they can stand and shoot, FYI, for anything that's coming at them in a minute.
That's because very relatively few things can stand and shoot now.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weapon rule, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So I'm gonna. It's range 12. I'm gonna try and shoot at your scrap wagon. Why not?
Okay.
So there's 2 of them, 4 shots each. So 8 shots. Aim is 3+, and they're quick to fire. So they don't suffer anything from moving, but it is long range. So I'm going to be moving from a 3 to a 4. Do you have hard target in the scrap wagon at all?
I don't believe I do.
Okay.
I suppose there is the new... there's a new kind of fandangled line of sight cover thing where you draw like 3 lines to corner, middle, corner, but I don't think 2 of those lines will go through the Chiron Elders.
No, one of them might, but certainly not 2. Well, one of them will, I think, but yeah.
Yeah, no, go for it.
8 shots, hitting on 4s. Oh my god, this is just weird. Right. Yeah, so 7 hits, my friend. It is strength 5.
Staff.
Yeah. Oh god. Strength 5. So res 4?
Res 4, correct, yes.
Okay, so wounding on 3s. Okay, yep. Still strong.
Okay, staff.
6 wounds.
AP.
AP 2.
Okay. I was going to gloat because Scrap Wagons recently got more hit points. They've been increased to 6 hit points.
Oh, perfect.
Actually,
mate. That's really good to hear.
Bang, gone.
But no panic, right?
Shish kebabbed. No panic, no.
Sure. All right. Well, bearing in mind that everything is dying at my first attempt at killing it in the middle, I'm going to end my shooting phase there because that's pretty successful. So yeah, we will go into combat and I'll warm up some dice for that. See you there in a sec. Warriors on this side are 2-0 up with a charge and a standard against the scrap wagon.
Yep.
At which point we go into the agility step, and the Kaimans have gone from 1 to 2 for charging, which I think is the same as what the Grotlings start on, isn't
it? They're actually agility 3 now.
Oh, okay.
I say now, as if they might have been something different.
Sure.
Wait, hang on. No, you're right. The chassis is 3.
Right, but the Grotlings
and I've
are 2.
blind attacks, and the Grotlings are 2, yes.
Okay, so go ahead with your chassis then, I guess.
So it now has 2d6 grind attacks. So we're going to get 5 hits at strength 4. So 4s?
Yes.
That is 2 wounds.
2 wounds, okay.
AP 3.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll do 2 wounds. Nice. I'll go straight through that.
So this scrap wagon now has afflict -2 defense.
It does, really cool.
What does that drop you to?
That would drop my Kaiman warriors down to 1, I believe.
Grotlings are hitting on 3s.
Yeah, starting on 3 and down to 1.
Here we go. 4 hits and strength 2, wounded on 6s.
Yes, that is what they will do.
2 6s.
Nice. Any AP on that?
No. No, I lie. It's AP 1.
Oh, well, I had a 4-up save, so that is 2 wounds.
Yes!
2 more wounds. You killed one. And that one wasn't attacking anyway. So you've done 4 wounds there, so you're 4-2 up at this stage. That's
yeah, you've underestimated the pont wagon.
I have.
The scrap wagon, sorry.
Yeah, I have. It's true. I do have 12 attacks back because these are Kaiman warriors with Tooth and Claw. So 3 attacks on their profile. Tooth and Claw gives an extra attack. So that would be 12. My offensive hasn't been reduced, so I'm 3.
Yeah, hit me on 3s.
And the Tooth and Claw also gets +1 to hit. So I'm actually hitting you on 2s, which is quite tasty. So let's try that. Yeah, 10 hits. Nothing else fancy-wise.
Resilience 4.
Okay, yeah, there's no strength bonuses to a Tooth and Claw, which is obviously the reason why they're very good to hit and extra attacks. But so looking for 4s to wound. Keeping with the above average rolls on Hyper G's side here. 6 wounds.
But 6 wounds. Boop. Deletes
well done.
The scrap wagon.
Yeah, which does mean that obviously the post-combat res isn't a thing because I've destroyed you. So I automatically win, at which point I can choose whether I overrun or not.
Is it now a command roll to restrain if you wanted to do that?
I think so. Yeah. Can't say I remember. But I'm going to just come barreling on through.
Sure.
We should mention as well that you're not a scoring unit. I am a scoring unit, so you would only gain a primary objective token if you were both scoring and 1-1 against the other. Yeah, it's not really a good idea to go through. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm just going to carry on. So yeah, I'll overrun.
Okay.
9 inches, right into you.
Bonk. So that just counts as a normal charge, just same as it always did?
Yeah, because I was going straight forward would hit you. And then, so it would hit you, and then I just count it as a charge, yeah.
I shall attempt to eat the others.
Sure, yeah. We think we're all right with swirling melee and that. You will rank and file and just choose to attack whatever they want.
Correct, yeah. So, Gnashergeddons, they've got 2 attacks each, and they've got extra support, so it's a full 20 attacks.
Wow, that's nice, isn't it?
That is quite spicy. What's your defensive?
Defensive is 3.
So hitting on 3s. 12.
Oh, that could be bad.
Wounding on 3s. I assume you're res 4.
They are as for the Common Warriors, yeah.
8 AP 2.
AP 2, okay, so I've got 6 up saves to take against that. 8, 6 up saves. Well, I've rolled loads of 6s on the DT. Just the one. Can't complain. 7 wounds done. Very good.
Yeah.
1,
Nom,
2,
nom, 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 nom.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that was all higher agility than me. Great. So I only have the 2 models left to fight with, which isn't ideal, but you know, all good, all good. Hopefully, I can swing and do something. So, go on.
Did this unit have a banner to begin with?
It did. So, yes, going into combat, it was 2-0 up for a charge, and a banner.
Sure.
Didn't have a rank because of the dangerous terrain, and you were light troops. So, yeah, 2-0 up to me in that one. And then obviously you've done 7 wounds, is that right?
Yes.
So you are 7-2 up until I start swinging. The Kaiman Mentor is the highest agility, so he's going to go first. This version of the Kaiman Mentor counts as having Tooth and Claw. He gets an extra attack. He's offensive skill 5, so normally hitting on 3s with a +1 to hit from Tooth and Claw, so he's going to hit on 2s. Nice. Yeah, he's got all that. He is strength 5, so he's got a wound on 2s as well. Yeah, 4 wounds from the Mentor. Good lad.
Okay.
So,
1,
it back.
2, 3, 4.
And then the other Kaiman warrior, the Standard Bearer, he's equipped with a halberd, so only the 3 attacks on him. Weapon skill, offensive skill is only 3 though as well. So, are you 2 or 3?
Defensive 2 now, yeah. So still
okay.
3s.
Yeah, still 3s. So it's 3 hits. That was the hard part. Strength is now 5, so wounding on 2s. 3. Turned it around nicely.
1, 2, 3.
And being height 3, I would have some stomps. So 2 stomps. The guy, the character is strength 5 on his profile, so that's going to be wounding on a 2. Gets 1.
Yep.
And the other guy is only strength 4 in his profile, doesn't wound. So just 1 more dead from stomps. Wow, that was pretty good. 8 wounds in the end.
So you've got a grand total of 10 to my 7?
Correct, yeah, wow. I didn't think I'd turn that around actually, but I'm delighted. So you are 3 down. There's no steady or steadfast to factor into this fight because there's not a lot left.
No.
So you're -3.
-3. I've got my boss man within 16.
Good.
Well, my boss man is 16 or 8. So agility, discipline 8. So we're looking for a 5.
Hey,
Oh, he nails it.
Amazing.
So what's our static? So I would normally have 3 from my ranks, but because you've got a rank in my flank, I lose 1. So I'm actually on +2.
Sure.
Oh, it's surrounded. So a unit is considered surrounded when it has enemies engaged in either its flank or rear. It counts as having X fewer proper ranks to a minimum of 1.
Okay, superb. Yeah.
So I'm +2 to begin with, but you're 2 for being in the flank. 2 banners in there?
No, I don't have a BSB banner effect. It's just a rally around the flag of it.
Just I see.
Okay. So standard charge and flank and a rank. So I'm +5 to your 2.
Okay. Because you're in the side, I only get restricted attacks. I'm height 1, so I only get 5 attacks sideways.
Yeah.
Hitting you on a weapons defensive 3.
The elders actually might be higher. He says hopefully, because they're more specialist. Let's see.
I'm hoping I hit on 3s.
You do not. It's defensive 4, I'm afraid.
Only. So that is 1 hit. Let me just check to see if they changed the GGI.
Oh, I should be saying what weapon I'm using because they're weapon master as well. They're going to be using tooth and claw because I'm already strength 5. So
yes, that makes sense. Okay, so 1 hit, and I wound you on 3s, but I reroll 1s because I've got the GGI nearby.
Great. There you go.
There we go. He's made his points back. That's 1 wound at AP2.
Okay, so 6 up save. Oh, I'm sorry. That's just cruel. Yeah, save that. Okay, so I'll start swinging, shall I?
Yeah.
And I guess this is a good example for I'm attacking in the rear, so I get advantage in the flank, so I get advantage position. But that's to a maximum of wounding on 3, and I'm already going to be wounding on 2, so it won't come into effect in this one. So I will attack with the combat legend first. And because he's chosen Tooth and Claw, he starts with 3 attacks on his profile. Tooth and Claw gives him an extra attack, that's 4. And if he chooses Tooth and Claw, he gets +3 attacks. So he's got 7 attacks. And his...
My poor Gnashers.
I know. Offensive skill 5 to your 2. So I'd be hitting on 3s, and not enough to be 2s. But the Tooth and Claw gives him +1 to hit, so he is hitting on 2s. And Stars Align means he's re-rolling. So yeah, let's see if he can hit with all of them. He can hit with all of them. And Strength is 5, so he's going to be wounding on 2s. And not re-rolling that though, so 6 dead Gnashers.
6 dead, that's 1 rank. So I guess something that's just occurred to me, because I had the 5 ranks, but you're reducing my ranks by 1. Well, so I still have 4 ranks. I was actually still steadfast in that instance, as I understand it.
Because
steadfast means something slightly different now, but
yeah, you were steady because you had more proper ranks.
Yes.
And steadfast because you had enough ranks. Yeah, your height 1 and you had 4 ranks. Yeah. In fact, you're still steadfast right now.
Still steadfast.
Yeah.
Nothing but 1 stuff. That's what I need you to roll right now.
Okie dokie. Good stuff. I've got 3 Kaiman Elders in the front using Tooth and Claw. So they're 4 attacks each, so that's 12. And then I've got 3 Kaiman Elders in the back. They're restricted attacks, so they only get 3 each because they're height 3. So 21 attacks.
So as I understand it, because you freeze the unit boundaries.
Oh, yes, those 2 on the side. Yeah.
So they would still count as being in contact because they were originally?
Oh, yeah.
Because the unit boundary is here, right? Like that's where that...
Yeah.
So I believe they still get to swing?
Okay. I hadn't thought about that, but that's a good example, really, of how that works.
I'll double check just in case, but
yeah,
I assume that's the reason you freeze the boundaries kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, because it's split-second things, isn't it? Like, the difference between my legend attacking on agility 3 and them attacking on agility 2. You know? Yeah.
So in resolving around the combat, unit boundaries are not updated. They retain their size and positions. Furthermore, the placement of models in the unit are not changed to ensure... So, yeah, I mean, the boundary is not updated. So, arguably, the boundary is there.
Yeah.
So, therefore, those 2 on the side, even though we're attacking at a lower agility step, we still go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm happy to.
Yeah. No, I think that's how it works. Yeah, let's go.
All right, cool. So 21 attacks. Offensive skill is 4, so I'm going to be hitting on 3s and using Tooth and Claw. So that's going to be hitting on 2s with re-rolling again. So yeah, all of them. Yikes. All of them. 21 hits. Blimey. Strength 5 on Kaiman Elders again, so these are going to be wounded on 2s. Wow. Only 17.
Only 17. Okay. Well.
Gosh.
I'm still in it.
That was 21. You took 21 off.
Oh, too many.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There you go. Then I've got stomps.
Look, I'm rich with Gnashers.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing that's the same thing for the stomps, right? The unit boundary's frozen?
Well, yeah, I can't see. So you set the agility order in a little bit later, but that's the order that they're performed. Which models can attack? Models that are in contact with an enemy unit boundary when their assigned agility step is reached must attack. But because the boundaries aren't updated, theoretically they all get it.
Is it only the boundaries, though, not the actual models? Like, it's all very well the boundary being frozen, but there aren't models there.
Well, so the models that are in contact with an enemy boundary, an enemy unit boundary.
Oh,
so
yeah, all four would come into effect, kind of thing, wouldn't it?
All four of those models are still in contact with the boundary, so therefore, yeah,
I can't. That one didn't come up in our first battle at all, as far as I remember. Or we just didn't think about it. But yeah, interesting. Okay. Yeah, all right.
I guess that is a time-saving method, isn't it? Because at that point you can already have your dice lined out.
Yeah. Interesting. We are forgetting about the Anarch, who's obviously the real combat leader in this one. He hits on a 5. Skill 1. He is strength 1, so he doesn't win. Okay, never mind. I mean, I'm disappointed, to be honest. Yeah. Then I've got 4 stomps, right? Because same thing would apply.
Yeah.
That's another 4 kills just to make it. Those were the 4 you got rid of originally, weren't they? Yeah.
So I just saw into the future.
So shall we count up?
Sure.
I think you're also losing that one, my friend.
A little bit.
And I find out what you roll before I decide whether I'm pursuing or not now, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So I'm a skedaddling. It's swift stride. So I'm going 12.
Okay. Bye-bye. I was probably going to say bye-bye anyway and do a post-combat pivot, because it's not a reform. You only get a reform if you're still in combat, so it's a post-combat pivot. See you later, chappies.
The unit that could pursue but wishes not to must roll and pass a command test.
Okay, so I will do that then.
Which is normally now just a 4-up, but have you got a musician?
No, that unit does not, because if I took a musician, it would take them over 600 points, which is the max.
Interesting.
But I do have disciplined, which I believe means it's either reroll or maximized. Which one is it? I think it's maximized. I'm probably got that wrong.
Disciplined is a maximized roll.
Right, so I'm rolling 2 dice and I'm trying to get a 4.
4 plus.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh no. Okay. Right.
Oh.
Right. Undo. Okay, so I am pursuing.
Off you go.
Yeah, and that's going to hit the
spider.
That's so close. But yeah, if you're
happy, I think you're going to hit the spider.
All right. Yeah. Spider it is. Well, we'll work that out in a minute, and we'll come back to that in your turn, because wow, things are dying. Yeah, we'll come back to you shortly with Dan's turn 2. See you in a minute. Okay, here we are into a very eventful turn 2 for the Orcs and Goblins and Gnashers, with a fair few charges, Dan.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's how we do it.
So if we start on your right, my left.
Yeah. The second unit of Gnashers have valiantly gone into the Cayman that have charged a large Gnasher blob. I'm hoping I can just use that as a bit of a springboard. The GGI did a super simple ballerina pirouette and then slammed into the elders.
Indeed.
In the middle, the goblins revealed that they've got a netter. Who'd have thunk it, eh? And they've gone into the flank of the 2 remaining Kaiman facing off against those 2 remaining Gnashers.
Indeed.
And thanks to Goblin Gardens giving me Strider Ruins, the other Reaver, or one of the Reaver units, has launched themselves through into the skinks at the back.
Yeah, and they were Swift Stride, of course, and they needed a 4 on 2 dice, and you rolled a 4 and a 1.
Yep.
So the Swift Stride was useful in that regard.
Yes.
Your 4 was the second dice, actually, wasn't it? So yeah.
The 4 was the second dice. It actually came up. Yeah, exactly what I needed. The other pseudo charge that we also needed to roll out was the Totemic Summon.
It was.
Who just kind of bimbled its way into the flank of the Kaiman on my right, on your left.
Yeah, and he needs the same distance to overrun into the Elders, irrespective of where he gets placed. So
yeah,
there's that. And we've decided to hold off for the stand and shoot on the Reavers because it's a bit different now, isn't it? Because Poison Javelins do have stand and shoot.
Worryingly,
on their profile. One of the few units or weapons that has been allowed it. And so, 12 stand and shoots are going to be coming your way.
So we were looking at it and reading through the rules. It seems that the stand and shoot happens upon a successful charge. So effectively, when I've made contact, so there's no kind of long range cover, etc. to worry about.
Or is there a stand and shoot -1 still? That's still there, is it? I assume. Because I'm normally hitting on 4s, but I guess there must be a stand and shoot penalty for the
hit modifiers.
I don't know if
I cannot see one. No.
Oh right. Okay.
Long range, moving and shooting, cover.
Oh great. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I will hit you on 4s then with poison being 6s. Here we go. Decent amount of 4s, perfectly average on 4s, and 1 poison. So 1 wound has been caused and 5 hits. They are only strength 3, I believe. Should have checked that. I think they used to be strength 3. Oh, strength as user, I think, and that is skinky strength. So strength is as user. Skinky's strength 3. That's the only thing that's stayed as 3. So wounding on 4s. Oh, hello. My dice continue to roll hot. So that is 5 wounds, AP 0.
5 wounds. Okay, so my Reavers, I believe, are 4 up. Let's have a look at the baked in armor. So it's 2 base, and then I've got shields.
Okay.
So 4 ups. Oh no!
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Right.
Sweet.
And in terms of your other movement, you've just peeped your Reavers with your Thaumaturgy wizard behind your spider.
Yep. Did a cheeky reform.
Yes, you did. Without light troops, it was a normal reform. Very good. And the Reavers just have gone alongside the big dinosaur.
Yeah, using it as cover for those pterodons in the back.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the other pterodons. You've stayed out of their line of sight as well. Don't know if you knew that.
I 100% meant to do that, yes.
Absolutely. Cool. So we're going to roll up some magic card and then get ready for magic phase. See you in a minute. So into magic, and the only thing we forgot to mention in the movement phase was that you also popped the Gnasher bait, which effectively will mean these Gnashers get Frenzy and Fury. Is that right?
Fury, yeah. That's it.
And that's anyone within 18 inches of your spider.
Yes.
Dude, isn't it? Yeah.
Correct.
So that's both the Gnash. I suppose all the
two fighting. Yeah.
And the Gnasherdashers fighting the 2 Gnasherdashers that are left. Fighting the Kaiman on the other side as well.
Yep. Just about reaches them. They're 16 away.
Yeah, great, cool. And we go into your magic phase, and you've got your plans all laid out. To see what goes wrong. Really, to change. You rolled an 8 card, haven't you? So.
Yes, so that is 9 dice and channel 2 for a total of 11 dice to 9.
I feebly asked you if you wanted to store them, which the goblin just looked at me strangely. And I've got 9 to dispel with. So yeah, what are we going to do?
I'm going to be sensible, he says.
No, you're not.
And I'm going to start with a new thaumaturgy spell, Holy Affliction.
Okay.
Which casts on a 10 plus 24-inch hex. Target suffers -1 to wound, and I'm going to whack that on the elders.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What do you
So,
need to cast that?
It needs a 10 on dice, and I'm going to present you a 9 on dice.
Oh, how disappointing! Without any pluses.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
Right, yes. You fizzle one back, which I'm sure you're delighted.
I fizzle back 1.
Okay,
this changes things. Right.
9 versus 9 now, Mr. Skabfatt.
Next up, we are going to do the only reason you bring a thaumaturgy master. I need a 13 for a Wrath of God.
Okay.
I get exactly 13.
I think for the fun of it, I'm gonna 5 dice in return. You know. Oh yeah.
No.
Wrath of God's gone. Okay. I mean, I probably could have spared a few dice there, but 4 on 4 seems fair for the last spell. Just as how well you're not rolling.
I'm going to cast the Hex version, so -1 to hit on your elders.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm going to use 2 dice, so that's 1d6 and a d3, so it's 7.
And that passes the casting what you needed, right?
Bound 5, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to try and roll 2 dice on that. You know, keep it even. Oh, yes, dispelled.
Oh no.
I am matching you so far.
Oh no. Okay. I'm going to cast Light of Faith, which makes me fearless and stubborn.
Right.
On the spider.
Yep.
With my last 2 dice.
Okay.
I need a 6. I roll a 6.
Okay. I'll try and dispel. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll snap!
I know. This is really nasty. I'm just shutting down all the fun. Yeah.
It's fine. I don't need spells. I've got more Gnashers than God.
You really do. All right. I'm not sure you have any shooting, do you? So I'm moving on quickly so that you hopefully forget about that magic phase really, really quickly. You do get a rally phase though, right? On these Gnashers, or are they?
I believe I did.
Because the rally happens afterwards now, because they're just counting as shaken. But you have to pass a rally check in order to reform them or turn them around. And if you fail, then you continue fleeing, I believe.
Fleeing. So I'm courage 8 from the demagogue.
Yeah.
So I pass.
And do you keep that 8 for being a decimated unit? That is in you're down to so few numbers. Or does it get halved now?
So decimated units that perform flee moves are removed as casualties.
Ah, right.
That is a rule we forgot.
Sure.
Yeah. So actually, that unit evaporated earlier.
No. You weren't. Read that again.
So if the rally test is passed, the unit stops being shaken, may immediately pivot. If the rally test has failed, the unit pivots to face directly away from the center of the closest non-shaken enemy unit and then performs a flee move. Oh, okay. So if you had failed this, they would then have
been evaporated. Yeah.
Yes.
But I think you're
they're good. They can pivot.
You pivot.
They will go this way.
Yeah,
maybe something like that. I'm
cool.
We'll work it out.
We will work it out. So that's pretty much all the other phases. So we're going to go into 4 different combats shortly, and we'll get some dice ready, and see you there. There's plenty of combats.
Yep.
We're going to start with, in theory, what should be the quickest, which is the Reavers versus the Skink Hunters. You charge, and I've got 0 ranks because I'm light troops. You've got 0 ranks as well because you're only 4 wide. This is for the static combat res at the start. I think you've got a standard in there, have you?
I do, yes.
And you're charging, so you are 2-0 up at the beginning, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
And then it's on to actually fighting, and my skink hunters are agility 3. So what are you
I'm
first with?
4 on the charge for both the goblins and the wolves.
Okay. And I believe how it works is the one at the back, because he's height 2, the combined model has 2 attacks, but you have to choose which element of the model parts are doing those 2 attacks, because you've got 1 rider and 2 attacks on the mount, if I remember my stat line rightly.
You're correct. I was going on the expectation that mounts couldn't do supporting attacks.
Oh, they can.
But
they absolutely can.
They can.
Yeah, you get to choose. So your height is 2, so you can choose to do 1 rider and 1 mount, or 2 mounts and no rider. Now, obviously, you've got a rider with a lance, so it's a give or take. Really.
No, that tracks. In which case, I'll do 5 lance attacks from the goblins, and then there'll be 9 wolf attacks.
Yeah, makes sense.
So the goblin attacks offensive 2, defensive
2.
2 4s. 1
strong,
hit.
Strong. Yes, strong.
Strength 4, toughness, resilience 2.
2, yeah. Cool.
Shish kebabbed.
No armor, but I do have fortitude, so pull out a 6.
Ooh.
Oh god, this is embarrassing. Okay, I cannot
9
be defeated
wolves.
At this stage. 9 wolves. Come on.
Offensive 3, so hitting on 3s this time. 4 hits.
You've got poison on one of them, right? Oh no, not the wolves.
They are spiders. Actually, these are spiders. Bring on, these are pretty cool.
One is
okay.
Poison.
So 1 poison through. So these are strength 3. So 3s.
Mm-hmm. Oh damn. Okay.
That is 2 wounds, sir.
Oh, 1.
1 wound, sir.
Oh my. Okay. For the combat rate. No, that would be greedy. That would be very greedy. 3-0 to you at this stage. All in.
Good. That's all I need.
Yeah, I have 11 attacks back. Brilliant. So 2 offensive against your 2 defensive, I imagine?
Correct, yeah.
So hitting on 4s. That is 5 hits. Strength is 3. Res 3. So wounding on 4s. 2 wounds. AP is 0.
Okay, so 4 up to 5 up.
Nice.
1.
Cool.
Blech.
Which means it's 3-1 to you, all told.
Mm-hmm.
So nice bit of static combat res helping you out there, really. I'm -2. I am within 8 of the Titanopod and the Pterodons. So I believe I would use the courage of one of those, which highest is 6 on the Pterodons and the Titanopod. So I'll use the Titanopod because that feels better. The big dino. So 6 goes down to 4, which I'm minimized for. There's no steady or steadfast or anything like that because I'm light troops and you're not. You don't have a rank, so that's not a thing. So I'm minimized trying to get a 4, which I do not. If it had been 2-2-4, then I would have done. 2-4-4, no. So I am fleeing, and you get to see how far I flee before you decide what you're doing. So I will flee. Hey, 11 inches.
Is that a scoring unit? I assume not.
It is not.
No,
because
they got a banner.
Yeah. Well, no, they're light troops as well. So.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there panic from breaking from combat?
There is no proximity panic anymore. No.
Okay. Right.
I'm going to chase, if only to get out a charge of
pterodons.
The pterodons, yeah. Okay,
And
so
potentially the spearbacks, I guess.
3d6.
Yeah.
Whoop. So that is a 9.
Whoop.
Which puts me right about there. Cool. Next one. Let's do these goblins and Gnasherdashers.
Yes, and I have actually got a Kaiman Mentor on the end there. Not that it matters for swirling melee, really. But I guess it does mean you have to allocate your attacks, because you could allocate towards the character as opposed to yeah. And my agility is a big fat 1. But static combat res is a thing here, because you've got a heck of a lot, really.
Yes.
You've got a charge, you've got standard, you've got 4 ranks, or
yeah, at least 4.
Yeah, so you're easily qualifying for max rank bonus, and you're flanking. So
which is another 2.
Yeah, so I think I'm down by at least 8.
8. Yeah,
which is cool. Yeah, but obviously you're looking to kill me, naturally.
Yes. So what I'm going to open things up with is during the equipment and abilities sub-phase of melee, I'm going to throw the net.
Yes.
And I need a 3+. Okay. Wonky donkey. Moving swiftly on.
So there's no consequence for you, thankfully.
There's no consequence anymore, no.
Good.
Just,
you just threw the net on the ground in the field somewhere.
Yeah,
that piece of corn won't get away. You're saving that one for later.
Pretty much. Okay, so my goblins are agility 3. The on the agility 3 base, so they're 4 on the charge. I wonder if the Gnashers might go first. Yeah, everyone's at the same time. So I'll do the Gnashers first. They've got 4 attacks between them.
Yep.
Well,
going for the warrior, or who is taking 1 wound?
This is going into the units, and that last model's got 2 wounds left, I assume.
Yes. Yeah, the standard bearer's got 2 wounds left. Yeah.
Sure. What's your defensive?
On the standard guy is 3.
Okay, so hitting on 3. Yeah, all 4 attacks into that rank and file. So hitting on 3s.
Yep.
E. Wounding on resilience 4.
4. Yep.
3s.
Nice.
E.
Nice. Armor is 4 up, but you're AP 2, I guess. So.
Yeah, I've realised I was supposed to allocate the attacks, wasn't I?
Did you not want to go against the
for the spears?
Because it's all the same agility, right?
It's all the same agility. I've just realised. I will do 3 files into the character rather than all 4.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, it's up to you. I don't mind. I don't mind you changing your mind if you want to, but yeah. Cool. If I might roll 666 here, you know me. So
you never know.
1/6, I die exactly 2 wounds. So yeah.
Okay. In which case, the 4 attacks that I allocated from the spears are wasted, and the remaining 12.
Yeah. Okay.
No, 9 remaining. Oh, I suppose the netter has attacks now.
Yeah.
So the remaining 8 will go into the character, but let's roll the netter out first.
Sure.
So 2 attacks. What's your defensive?
A bit higher on this guy. It is 5.
Okay, so hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Resilience 4?
No, it's 5, but you are getting a +1 to wound for advantage position being in the flank here.
I am, aren't I?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, so that takes me from a 5.
So you're double advantage position, really.
Double advantage position. So in that case, from a 5 to a 4. AP2.
Was he strength 4, was he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. 3 up armor goes to 5 up on that one. So yeah, one wound from the netter. Nice work.
And the rest of the goblins, what was your defensive again? 5?
5, yeah.
So hitting on 4s, the remaining 8 attacks.
Looking for some poison, are you?
Oh, I get 2.
Hmm.
Ooh.
It's a shame, really, with the +1 to wound.
Yeah, spears don't have AP anymore, do they? Oh, boo.
Not naturally, no.
In which case, that is 1 hit.
Yes.
Was not poisoned. I'm strength 2, so 6s to 5s because of advantage position.
That's where it really
Never mind.
helps, isn't it? Yeah, but 2 wounds, AP 0, I guess, on the goblins. Or goblins AP 1, naturally.
Nope. Nope.
Okay. 3 up armor then. 1 more wound though. Okay, great. And then I get some attacks back, right? So, I mean, I think I'm like 12-0 down in combat here. And interestingly, I think because you've now destroyed a scoring unit and your goblins are scoring, you get 1 piece towards the primary objective for this. Even if my Kaiman somehow doesn't auto break, I think. So yeah. But I do have 4 attacks back with the Kaiman Mentor because he is the combat artist, the smallest of the character versions, which gives him Tooth and Claw, which is an extra attack on his 3 and an extra +1 to hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 on your Gnasherdashers and 1 on your Netter.
Okay.
Because that just seems like the funnest option.
Sure, the Netter is distracting.
Oh. Has he only got 1 wound or 2?
The initiates have scroll 2 wounds. 2 hit
that's
points.
disappointing. All right.
It's paired weapons. Well.
I'll do it now. Do it. 1 more attack. Go. Hits.
Oh, that's a hit. Falls to wound.
Hey.
Oh, it's a wound.
Come on.
AP2.
Come on. Yeah, that wounds. Nice.
Hey.
Oh, he wasn't meant to be dead yet. He's got one more wound. But for that, he is now going to do 2 and 2.
Sure.
So 2 on the Gnasherdashers. Oh, that's a silly decision, isn't it? I've got to kill the Gnasherdashers. I need the points. I'm going to go all 4 on the Gnasherdashers. As fun as it is to split, I need to kill the Gnasherdashers for their points. So I'm going all 4 on the Gnasherdashers, okay?
Okay.
So I'm normally offensive skill 5. I'm guessing you're 2, aren't you? So
yeah.
That would be 3s, and then with a Tooth and Claw, I get +1 to hit. So hitting on 2s, and then wounding on strength 5. So wounding on 2s. There you go. So the Gnasherdashers are dead with 1 to spare.
Bang.
Yes. So I claw back 2 on the combat res, but it's not enough to not auto break. I have 1 HP remaining on this model. So I will be fleeing, and it has to be from the rabble now.
Are there not still attacks going to the goblins?
No. He's
you put
a
all
single
attacks
model.
into the Gnashers?
Yeah, all of them went into the Gnashers in the end.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So I am going to be fleeing automatically without a break test.
Yes.
Which will be this way, and you find out how far I go again. So I will be going 6 inches this time, which I guess is a DT, dangerous terrain, which might finish me off anyway. I don't know if
height 3.
I guess I would do this before you decide, because the DT happens immediately, right?
Dangerous terrain. I would expect so.
I think so. Yeah.
Dangerous terrain. At the end of a march, charge, fail charge, flee, or pursue. So yeah, at the end of a flee move.
Yeah, which is now.
So
I'm height
3d6.
3. So it's 3d6. I've only got 1 HP left, so a single 6, and he is dead before you need to decide if you're pursuing. He's dead.
Oh.
There you go.
That ruins filled with my goblin-y spiders.
Yeah.
I think it's done the most amount of damage in the battle.
Yeah, it's killed 3 whole models. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do a stomp, but never mind. That doesn't matter.
Don't you roll out? You might get a goblin.
Well, let's hope so. No, I don't.
No, don't. Okay.
he didn't deserve to.
I'm gonna spin to face around roughly that direction.
Yes, and you're out of combat, which means you can do a post-combat pivot. If it were your turn next, you wouldn't be able to charge. Because it's my turn next,
Yes.
that'll be nullified. Either way, you wouldn't be able to do a post-combat reform anymore, because such a thing doesn't exist. You can only do a post-combat reform if you're still in combat. But all you need to do is keep that primary objective token on that unit, and you will win 1-0. If the goblins survive the battle. Yeah. Extra incentive for goblin lives surviving. Right.
Very good, very good. Right, next up is the Gnasher mosh pit with the other kind.
Yeah.
Gnashergeddon over here.
And this one, static wise, you're up quite a lot again because you've got. We've both got a charge. I've got a standard, whereas you haven't, so I'm 1-0 up on that respect. You've got a lot of ranks.
4, yeah.
Yeah, and you've also got a flank charge. So you are up by 6, down to 1, up by 5. I make it, I think.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, both charged, and I've got 6. You got 1. Yeah, up by 5.
And you would be steadfast with your Gnashers, which will give you advantaged position.
Yeah, which it's moot, unfortunately, because I don't think you've got any res 5 or higher.
No, true, because you're going to be wounding on 3s already. Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Although
the cheeky little totemic summon in the side.
Yeah, he's going to be advantage position from the flank, isn't he? So yeah.
What strength are you, sir? Oh, he's also strength 5. Never mind. Never mind. Right. I'm agility many.
I am 2. So yeah, you may 1 in fact. So yeah, you can all you again.
Okay, I'll start with the totemic beast because I'm looking at it. He's offensive 3, defensive 3.
3, not 3 on these chaps. Yeah.
So 4s, 2 hits, and wounds on 3s, 1 wound, AP 2.
Okay, 6 up to save. No, that is 1 wound.
Bonk.
Okay.
So I've got 1, 0, 6, so 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 attacks in total from the front 2 ranks and the 2 Gnasherdashers that are in contact.
Yeah, so 22 attacks from each of the 6 at the front of the Gnasherdashers. The Gnashers, 6 from supporting attacks because they're only height 1 and they don't have supporting attacks or anything extras. But the Gnasherdashers have supporting attack 2, don't they, or something like that?
Correct.
So they get to contribute 4 to this. So yeah, you're absolutely right with your numbers. Good stuff.
So it didn't matter in the last fight, but I'm looking for 6s because I got Fury.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Ooh. So I'm hitting you on 3s. Offensive 4, defensive 3. So that is 15 hits, but minus it. So 9 hits. Well, 15 hits with an extra 6 on top for the Fury. Yeah. So that's 21 hits. So yeah, 15 plus 6, 21 hits, wounded on 3s. Nom 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 nom. 16 AP2 hits.
Nice. 16 AP2. Looking for 6s to see how many I can save back. 14 wounds. They are toasted. Kaiman.
Yeah, I'm going to do my random movement overrun for the totemic.
Of course, and he needs a 9. Oh, hey.
Oh, bonk.
Strong. Sounds good. Yeah.
There we go. Right, the next combat.
Indeed. This is even bigger now because we've got a totemic summon in the flank. And bigger in terms of the static combat res, to be honest, because it does, contribute the extra flank bonus, which is big. And so static combat wise, you've charged, but so have I.
Yep.
So that cancels out. I've got a standard.
Yep.
Do you have a battle standard on the GDI, or is that not a thing?
No, that's not a thing. No, it's just the flanking. Just the flank for +2 for me.
Sure. So that goes to +1 because of my standard. So you're up by 1 in that respect. I have a rank to even it out. So we're drawn on static combat res, is that right?
Let me just check. So Totemic Beast doesn't constitute a full rank because he's only height 3. Yeah. So that was why I was trying to get the what was it called? The faith spell.
Oh, right.
Light of faith, because on a 5 or 6 I could have counted as having an additional proper rank, which would have nullified that. But
Okay.
yeah, I think we're even on the statics.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Yeah, so going down the initiative order, it'll be the GGI first at agility 4. Sorry, not GGI. The Gargantula first at agility 4.
Yeah.
So the Spooder has 6 attacks. Defensive 3?
4. These are elders.
4. Okay, better. So offensive 3, hitting on 4s. Looking for 6s. There's a 6.
Yep. For poison.
So 2 non-poison hits go through. Strength 6, res
Only 4. Only 4
4
on the unit, yeah.
So 2s.
Okay.
2 wounds. AP 3.
So 3 wounds in total, right?
3 wounds in total.
Yeah, that kills one. Oh no, 4 HP apparently on these guys.
Oh,
where did that come from? I've not used them very much. Yeah, so he's not dead.
okay.
Yet.
I'll see if I can sort that out with 8 plucky goblins with lances that aren't charging, hitting on 4s.
Nice. With poison?
6 hits. No.
Oh.
I wish. Strength 2, so
6s.
6s.
Oh,
No, there we are. There we are.
I criticised them earlier. Yeah. Okay. Right. 4 up.
AP 0.
1 more wound. That'll kill the offending elder.
Yeah. Bonk.
Yeah. Nice.
Next up, so all that's left is Skittergit himself. I guess next. Well, actually, the totemic summon can go again. So 5 attacks. Hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Oh, oh no! One hit. Wounding on 3s has advantage, but doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But GGI, I can re-roll 1s with melee attacks within 8 inches.
Which you definitely weren't doing for the Gnashers.
I definitely wasn't doing it for the Gnashers.
They didn't
and it 100% didn't matter for the for Skittergit either, actually, looking at it.
Oh, did it not? I looked at the
no,
dice.
it didn't actually roll any ones.
Oh, wow.
So 1 AP 2 wound from the totemic.
Okay, looking for a 6 to save. Nope. 1 more wound to the unit.
Okay.
You've had 5 wounds so far.
Okay. So the GGI itself, 3 attacks. So GGI will hit on 4s with its 3 attacks.
Oh, you're not going to crush?
No, I think I'm just going to do normal bonk attacks.
Okay.
On the unit, that is. So 2 hits, wounded on 2s, reroll on 1s, 2 wounds, AP 3.
Okay, 2 wounds done. Very good, very good.
And that is me.
Apart from Skittergit's great weapon.
Okay. Which I suppose I might as well roll now.
Yeah, you might as well roll through, and just this won't reduce my attacks.
So he has a whopping 3 attacks. Offensive 4. So hitting on 4s.
They strong.
Strength 6, so 2s. Rerolling 1s, doesn't need them. AP 4.
Yeah, so that'll be 3 more wounds. 1, 2, 3, but that guy will attack.
Yeah.
We'll start with the Kaiman Mentor, a combat legend that he is. Oh, I love that name. Can you tell? So yeah, he has 3 attacks, and when he's using a great weapon, he gets +2 attacks and +1 to wound with attacks made by the weapon. So yeah, that's not bad. So he's got 5 attacks on his profile. Weapon skill is 5. What's the defensive of the GGI?
Healthy 2.
Okay, so he's hitting on 3s and re-rolling because of the stars align. Spin on 3s, re-rolling. So I've got 4 hits so far. That is 5 hits. I'm strength 7 with +1 to wound. So you are res 8, are you?
8.
That would be 5s, down to 4s.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4s to wound. That's 3 wounds. AP is 4.
Yeah, straight through. So 1, 2, 3. He's got 4 left.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. And then I've got to do all 3 of these separate because they're all against 3 different targets, which is a bit annoying. But nonetheless, so 3 attacks each with their great weapons. This is on. I'll go on the GGI again. So offensive skill 4, so that'll be 3s re-rolling. Just the 1.
Just the 1.
Strength is going to be 7, so wounding on a 5. He gets through. AP 4 again. So
that's a 4th wound, 3 left.
Yeah. 3 attacks on the totemic summon. Offensive skills 4, so 3s re-rolling, I guess. Oh, come on now. 2 hits. Strength is a lot, so wounding on 2s. Just the 2 wounds.
I have no save, so boop boop. 2 of 4 wounds.
Yeah, fair enough. So normally hitting on 3s, re-rollable. I've done that with every year.
Keep doing that. Keep doing. Oh no!
There you go. A re-roll finally helping. Well, it helped with the others to be fair as well. So yeah, strength is 7. So
red 6, so 3s.
2 wounds, AP 4.
Okay.
Caused a bit of blood there, haven't I?
Just a little bit.
So we were even on static combat res.
Yes.
You did 8 wounds to me. I think I've just done 8 wounds to you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, yeah, 8 wounds. Yeah, you've done 8 wounds.
Yeah. Surely we haven't drawn that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely charge and a flank.
Well, you've got your models are 4 wounds each, aren't they?
Yes.
So there's 2 missing models and one's on 2 wounds. So is that 10 wounds?
Yes, I have taken 2. Yeah, you're right. You win by 2. Okay, so I have got rally around the flag on the unit for a reroll. So I am at courage 8 down to 6, minimized, rerolling. So looking for a 6 on the first try. So I have held.
Nice.
And at this point, I can't move because I'm surrounded. But you could shuffle around if you wish, although I imagine you'll be quite pleased with having one file of mine not fighting.
Yeah, I think. I'm just gonna stay like this. I think.
Yeah, makes sense. There you go. So yeah, I've done some movement. A lot of it is lateral movement, as they say. I don't know if that's even the right term for it, but I'm calling it that. And basically just flying around, really, and light troopsing around with a lot of it. But yeah, over here, the Titanopod has reformed to face the Reavers that have tried to railroad him into a non-activity. And he's been joined by a Pterodon unit that's flown over the Titanopod to get into poison javelin range. I did look at seeing if I could do a sweeping attack, but I think the only way I could do it was with getting into the ruins and triggering dangerous terrain from your Goblin Gardens. So I swerved away from that idea and have just gone with the poison javelins approach, really.
Because that in itself was a bit of a rules interaction, because with sweeping attack, you have to be able to physically kind of like put down the models, and to do that you would be in the ruins, which would then trigger the difficult terrain. So
yeah, I couldn't do it from the side of them, could I? Without going over the distance I needed, etc. Elsewise, this Pterodon unit has done some sweeping attacks on your Reavers, which is why they're now down to just 2 models. They lost 2 out of 4, but they did pass their panic again.
Brave boys.
Yeah, so they're going to get shot now. by some magnetic short bows and potentially magic, depending on how confident I feel. The spearbacks of light troops their way to shoot at your wizard unit, and if the elders don't hold, they're probably going to die to a gargantula, but they're not worried about that right now. So yeah, because they're light troopsing, they're reforming, which means they don't have to worry about march and shoot as a rule, because they're not marching, and because they've got quick to fire, they won't suffer any of that, but they will suffer hard cover for a gargantula being in the way of the Ruby unit. So there is that. And this unit of Skink Hunters has just moved to be out of line of sight of the Nash Dashers, far enough away from the Nashers, and they have got magnetic shortbows to shoot with. I think that's it for movement, because my Carmen Elders are well and truly engaged in combat. So going to magic, I drew what card was it? Card 6.
6, I believe.
Yeah, which gives me 9 dice, plus the 5 that I got from channeling, which is awesome.
7 dice. 7 dice from the card.
Oh, 7 dice from the card, sorry.
Yes.
Plus 5. That's right. Which takes me to 12. I am actually going to store one. There was one, when I laid out my spells to decide what I was going to cast, I was thinking to myself, that's a bit of a waste of an extra dice. So I'm actually going to store one on the Pterodons to put me down 1. So you've got 7 and I've got 11. FYI. 4 dice on Swarm of Insects on this unit of Reavers over here.
Okay.
So let's see if I can get that. I'll go in. 14 is cast.
5d6. Your only wound on 6 is, you know what? Go nuts.
Yeah, it is AP 0 as well. So. Oh, it's turned. I deserved a Swarm of Insects doing very well eventually. But these are all going to be 6s, so don't worry about it. Here we go. 1 wound, sir, with that.
1 wound.
Yes.
My armor is bug proof.
It is. But you do have a -1 to hit with your shooting attacks, so there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cast on a 7. It'll give me +2 offensive and +2 defensive. My last 4 dice are going to go into Stars Align, which is the reroll to hit, just so you know, in all openness.
I will smite it down with 3 dice.
You do indeed, yes.
Roll 11.
So yeah,
It's just the
4
dice off.
4 dice on Stars Align. Here we go. 11, it is cast. Again, I can't power scroll it. So yeah, you have stopped my magic just like I stopped yours.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, you do have metal armor on those goblins by any chance?
Oh, this is a thing that actually might matter.
Yeah.
No, they have light armor.
Okay, so no, I will
It's
not.
armor made of light.
Right, fair enough. Very useful. So yeah, it's just -2 to hit. 1 for moving and 1 for long range. So I'm going to be hitting you on 5s. 1 hit. It is strength
1 hit.
3.
So 4s.
Yeah, no wound. There you go. That was a lot of build up for nothing.
Donk.
Yeah. 2 hits. Strength is only strength is as user, so 3. So yeah, that's 1 wound. AP 0. Save.
Bonk.
And then 6 poison javelins from the Titanopod. He's going to be hitting on for short range. So 4s. One is poison and 3 hits. And 2, yeah, so 3 wounds.
AP 0 again?
Yes.
1 wound.
Okay. They normally hit on 3s though, so that's just not terrible. So 8 shots. Hardcover makes it 5s. They've moved, but they've got quick to fire, so it stays on 5s. Long range though will mean it's 6s. So 6s to hit. 2 6s. It is strength 5, which is nice. So 2s to wound. So 2 wounds.
AP?
2.
6s.
Nice.
1 fail.
Clip 1 off the back. Brilliant. All right, and there's all my shooting. So shooting and magic combined, not a great deal, but before we go into combat, we do have a rally check to make.
Yes.
On this Skink Hunter unit. And I am more than 8 inches away from anything else, which was a bit amateur of me, because I am disciplined 5, and I could have easily got 6 from someone. So the pterodons are 6. So I've kind of mucked up my positioning a bit there. But it doesn't matter, because I'm communal bond minimized. Going to pass on a 5.
Of course, you'll be fine.
6, that's just cruel. Okay, so this looks a bit different, this battlefield now.
A little bit.
We're not going to talk immediately about the Orcs and Goblins movement phase in their turn 3, because something different has happened in this combat, which can only be done because of the benefits of Warhall and the good old chat bar telling us what the dice rolls were. Because we checked the old duel rules, and our new understanding, which we think is the correct understanding, is actually that the Kaiman Combat Legend could not have issued a duel to Skitterget because he wasn't in base contact with Skitterget, even though his unit was in contact with Skitterget. So we retconned it, used exactly the same dice rolls, and it worked out that basically Skitterget only took 1 wound from a normal Kaiman Elder, and the GGI took 3 wounds from the Combat Legend, which was enough to kill the GGI. I think you got a few extra wounds on the Elders, which is why the Anarach has now moved into the front rank. But my original break test was still sufficient to pass, because I only lost by 3 instead of losing by 2. And yeah, so that was how the combat ended up. Which meant that you could combat reform the Totemic Summon to be where you see him now, allowing the Gnashers into the flank, which is a lot of biting teeth for the next turn.
It is.
Yeah. So apologies that we ever so slightly got the duel wrong in the initial playthrough, but we think we've corrected it now sufficiently. We've already kind of talked out how this combat is going to play out when it happens in a minute. But before then, we've got your movement phase to talk about. Because other than the Gnasher charge, you've moved these Gnashers to be in a position to help later, the smaller unit of Gnashers. The Wizard is just positioned to back up and cast spells, I guess.
Yep.
And elsewhere, with charges, your Reaver unit charged off the Skink Hunters, who chose to flee, because that would mean that your 2 Reavers had to land on the board edge, because it counts as impassable terrain, which hopefully will mean that they get shot to death. And these Reavers on this side, sorry, I'm talking through your magic movement phase, but
no, it's good.
These Reavers continued herding their Satanapod.
Yes.
Really? Which
my
is
new plan is to be in the water so you can't stomp me.
Cool. So you're ready for your magic phase.
Yes.
You picked card 6?
5. Card 5, which was 5 dice. So channel 2 takes me up to 7 dice.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick things off, not with a bound Guile Fury, but
he's
with
dead. The GGI is dead.
Because he's dead. Very dead. I'm going to start with a Holy Affliction. Which is a 10 on dice. Target suffers -1 to wound, and I'm going to 4 dice for that bad boy. Roll a 15.
Gosh.
I need to check. So Divine Intervention. Okay, so on a 5 or 6, basically I roll an extra d6 if it goes through. On a 5 or 6, I get a good thing, and on a 1, I get a bad thing. But that happens after you decide whether to dispel or not.
Well, it's a good roll. I don't really like -1 to wound, though. Because I am planning on making way in that combat and attacking
Which you can now do.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to roll all 5 of mine and try and stop that. I am not putting too much effort into thinking what you've got left to do with your 3 dice. I'm just going to try and dispel it. I do dispel it, just.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
3
dice, have your way.
Sure, I'm going to do a bound Totemic Summon.
Nice.
Why not?
Nice.
I roll a 5
Good
and
start.
2d3 is another 3, so 8. So let's let us put a model somewhere. Okay, the Gnashergeddons going first. Agility
Lots.
5 on the charge. So I've
Combat
only
res
managed to
wise,
get.
you've got a heck of a lot
Oh
now.
yeah. So 6
Charge,
from the
flank,
Gnashers.
and ranks, yeah.
7 from the Gnashers, yeah. Versus your banner. So I'm up by 6 to begin with.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
That's nice.
I will. I'm going to put all of the Gnasher's attacks. So I could only get 2 files in, but that is still 6 attacks from them into your Anorak.
Anorak. Makes it sound like a totally different model. Yeah.
Yeah. Offensive 4, defensive 1.
Oh yeah.
Hitting on 3s. Oh no. 3 wounds. 3 hits even. Strength 5, res 4. 3s. Oh, 2 wounds.
Okay, I'm guessing you're not flaming, so I will save one of them.
Okay.
Not quite as deadly as you thought. Yep.
The Totemic Summon is agility 3, so I'll do it next. May as well. 5 attacks into the frog, hitting on 3s. That's better.
Oh.
4 hits and strength 5, so 2 3s.
3s, yeah.
2 more.
Yeah, 2 more. Okay, you only got 1 left now. Yeah, okay. That's not great.
Well, it's not dead.
No, and he will attack with his 1 attack. But that is technically after the Gargantula, so do you want to Gargantula it up?
Yeah. You know what? In true Skittergit manner, I'm going to refuse your duel.
No. Would that? Yeah, I still make way though, right? I can still attack you.
You still make way, absolutely.
Yeah.
But can I? Does that make me sad?
I mean, it's using the rules, you know. So,
Jules. If Jules or any character that could have accepted are subjected to restricted attacks, and that's it. That is it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll only have 5 attacks, and those 5 attacks
5
will
goblins.
be 5 of the 6 spider attacks.
Nice.
Into the unit.
Can he do into the unit? Oh, because you've refused the duel. Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. All right. Okay. Boo.
2 hits, 1 poison.
Yeah.
And strength. Well, roll the dice. 1 wound. So 2 wounds in total at AP 3. Sorry. Strength 6. 3 wounds.
3 wounds. It's 3 wounds. Yeah, it is. Yeah. AP
3 wounds at
right?
AP 3.
Yeah. So 3 wounds done. Okay. Good stuff. Good
and
show.
Skittergit is positively blowing you a raspberry from his little throne.
Yeah, and you're all done now, right?
I am.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's just as difficult for the Anorak to wound the Totemic Summon as it is to wound the Gnashers, because they're res 3, aren't they? So that would still be a 6 to wound. So I'm going to try and get rid of this Totemic Summon because he's just annoying.
Okay.
I hit.
Yes.
I don't wound. Okay. All right. Yeah, fair enough. But then the Combat Legend is going to come up with his 5 attacks using his great weapon. He is going to be... There's no penalty to your defensive skill or anything, so it's just hitting on 3s. So 3 hits. You're alive.
Okay.
He has strength 7 with a +1 to wound, so it's going to be wounding on 2s. So I do 3 wounds. But Skittergit is alive.
With 2 wounds remaining.
Yeah. And that is it for the combat res, isn't it? So you've done 6 wounds. I've done 3. And I was losing combat by a lot. So I am now going to auto break. That's right, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I think you still choose which direction I run, though.
I will chase you. I'm going to chase you towards your board edge.
Sure. For the awaiting goblins. Very good.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not Swift-Stride, so I will simply.
Oh.
I think I can guess what you're going to choose with the pursuit. I don't think we're going to worry too much because that will spell the end of my unit, and with that, the Saurian Ancients' hopes of achieving anything. I mean, we could play on and have a little dance around with lots of light troops plinking off a few wounds here and there, but I think I am going to respectfully offer you my hand there, Mr. Skabfatt, in the form of Skittergit. A well-fought battle with a little bit of a dice rerun from the combat, but I think it was important that we ended up getting it right for the sake of doing the rules properly. And so, yeah, thumbs up to you, sir. I was wondering what you were drawing for a little while. Very good.
We're a PG here on the PTG channel.
Indeed. Yeah, so thank you for joining me, Dan. That's been good fun. I've no idea how long this video will end up being after editing, but I really enjoyed that. I think we've experienced a lot of different rules to explore in 3.0, and
Yes.
I'm going to keep this exit speech fairly short because I think Dan has said the most important thing. Thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Please do, and he will love you for it forever. So yeah, we'll keep this short on the exit, but yeah, please give us your comments and your thoughts on 3.0 so far, and look forward to the next one, and maybe we'll have another game relatively soon, Dan.
Yes, looking forward to it.
Cool. Thank you, everybody. Cheerio. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.